February mornings can be brutal. Especially when the wind's whipping and everything is white. Everything except that Cadillac and its bundled up driver.
Good morning.
Pat Steinbach, whose watch reads 11 o'clock.
Let me go get my book and I'll be right back, okay?
Meaning it's time for him to read.
Oh. All right. Let's see what they're doing.
John Grisham.
The guy's name was Daryl Sackett.
This morning might be 3 below.
Her first, whoa. Finger's getting a little cold again.
But that's nothing for this dad.
We miss you, Matthew. We miss you a lot. Another month, it's going to be 1 year. Hard to believe. Hard to believe.
Because 11 months ago, his boy died.
And it was a kick.
So after Matthew's funeral,
I just kind of snuck out of the house and drove over here. And you know, they had the flowers and everything here, and I just laid on top of him. And I just you know, said that I won't let you be forgotten, Matthew.
The very next day, he brought a chair, a book, and a pop.
Well, I suppose. The pop's getting frozen. That's usually the time to leave, isn't it?
And stayed for an hour. Just like he did the day after that. Some days have been bright. Some have had snow.
I try to get out here every day to see him.
And some, by May,
They mowed yesterday.
had bright green buds,
Just want to clean it up a little.
signaling it was time for a trim.
I like it to look pretty.
Because before Pat sits down to read every day,
Morning, son.
this dad is a dad.
Wow, it's June 3rd already. It's flying by, son. Flying by.
And some days have been tougher than others.
I can still picture him when he was little, you know, 8, 9, 10 years old. You know, happy Father's Day, and just his smile.
The toughest are birthdays, anniversaries, and yes, Father's Day.
It's more challenging. It's a lot more challenging.
But he says this time, with a book and his son's gravestone,
There were so many calls to be made.
has helped.
Each one setting
Because
off
at
a new
first-
shock. We struggled with the fact of even saying it.
That Matthew died of an accidental heroin overdose. Now, 15 months later, Pat can talk about it with people.
You know, they know that there's a problem, and it's unfortunate that our son got caught in that problem of drugs.
And they've noticed his daily devotion.
I always think of him. I mean, I can tell you all day long I think of him. People honk and wave all the time.
Minus 20 mornings are gone.
It's a lot nicer now. It is a lot nicer.
But summer's green only lasts so long, too. Because by October, Glendale's leaves
They're changing.
mirror this dad's emotions.
This time of year is difficult. Things are dying. Plants are dying. And things are changing. And it makes me think a lot about him in that way.
After 4 seasons, Pat knows what you might be thinking.
What I do is probably crazy to a lot of people. They probably think I'm nuts. I'm not. I'm not. I loved my son, and this is what I want to do.
And an hour every day at his son's tombstone is what works for him.
I still have those waves. I still have them. Not as often.
So just like he did surrounded by winter's snow, spring's flowers, and summer's heat, his devotion continued
I haven't missed any days because of weather.
until winter returned. Because this December, you won't find a folding chair, an orange can, or Pat. Just a handwritten note. Hi, Matthew, it reads. My aortic valve is bad. Even though I won't be here with you every day, I will always be thinking about you. Pat Steinbach. spent all year in Glendale Cemetery healing his broken heart until his heart landed him in the hospital. "I'll be back in a few weeks," he wrote, ending his note with a sentiment that was so clear all year. "I love and miss you forever, Dad."